conceptual modeling
Parametric.
Parametric.
and parametric.
Yes. So family modeling we have done. That was by going into component modeling place, we could create the family modeling. Conceptual modeling we saw by opening the conceptual mass file. We can go to metric mass or mass file, and we can get the modeling done, and we can use other family templates also to create different elements in the mass. Now we will be seeing parametric design. All right. So for parametric design, I will open a new file, architectural template. The same, basically the same file, project file template we'll be opening. Now, over here, okay. I think I've put all of you on mute, guys, because some disturbance was coming from somebody's end. If anybody has any doubt, then you can just unmute yourself and ask. So, okay, so now we have entered the architectural project template. Now, for seeing the parametric design, before getting into parametric design, can anybody explain me, like, what do you understand by the term parametric design?
Organic forms and repetition of some profile in the forms.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't restrict ourselves to the form, it's something about the, you know, there are some parameter to the geometry. Like there will be geometry in the form, and there will be some parameters to the geometry. So there are some, depending on the parameter, the geometry will change. Right? It's not like something which is happening on its own or something like that. There is a proper parameter related to the geometry, and when you are changing the parameter, the entire geometry is getting changed depending on the parameter. That's what is what we term as parametric design. The design which depends on the parameter, which actually helps with the geometry of the form. So now, after so now after discussing about the parametric design, how, like, this was the definition. This was parametric design in terms of words. Now over here, how do we deal with the, like, how do we create the parametric design in Revit? So for that, first thing which you will be doing, go to file, conceptual mass and metric mass. Okay. So this is what you will be opening, this file, the same conceptual mass file only you have to open. Now, what you have to do, you will go to create, just like we used to create a rectangular profile.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how do we set the units?
Manage and then project units.
Manage and project units.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, all right.
All right. So now over here, you will see one very important thing. I have created a rectangular shape. Now pay attention. What I'm going to do is very important right now. So pay attention. So over here under measure, I'll click on the align one, the dimension. Basically, this is for the dimensioning. So I will click on the align dimension, and I will select between these two edges. All right, between the edges, so that I have my length as well as breadth measure. Okay, so this you're doing basically by clicking on this align dimension command. You will be able to select, like, see, when it gets highlighted, then you have to click, then again drag your cursor. When this part gets highlighted, again you click, and this dimension is set. So this is how you dimension the sides of the rectangle. Now, again, after dimensioning, what is important to create a parameter? basically to label the dimension. So you will click on the dimension, and then under like over here you will see something called label dimension. Now people who are using older version of Revit, they might see this on this part. Under modify, under this portion you will see the label dimension box, like basically one box will be there. So but for people who are using 2019 or above, they can see a proper section on this part. So now you have to select the dimension, and then click on this option, create parameter. Once you click on create parameter, that means you are making the dimension parametric. So now this dimension which is for rectangle, this dimension will become parametric. Now I can, after making it a parameter, parameter, I will be able to change the dimension on the entire form based on this. So now I have made this dimension parametric, and now under the parameter properties, I can name it. So let me name it L. Okay. And now over here, you just keep it as type parameter. Don't look at this instance parameter. Just let it be. By default, it will be type parameter. Let it be. After you're done with this, you have to click OK. Now, when you will see L is equal to 36,000. All right. L is equal to 36,000. That means now this dimension has become L. L is a parameter now. Now again, I will click on this dimension. Then under label dimension, I will have this icon create parameter. I will click on this. It will ask me to write the name. Let's say I put B. And OK. Now you will see even this dimension has got converted into B is equal to 31,000. Do this everybody. This much everybody do. Go to align dimension. Under measure, you will have this align dimension. Click on align dimension. Bring your cursor over the sides of the rectangle. Click on one of the sides. Drag. Click again. Then again click. Then escape out of it. Double escape out of it. Click on the dimension. You will have something called label dimension. Under this, you have this create parameter. Click on create parameter. You're making the dimension a parameter now. Now for name, you have to type whatever name you want, you can type, and OK. That's all you have to do. Try it with rectangle only, guys, for now, because I want first you all to understand the concept. Then you can, like, later on, you can see what else you can do.
Done, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, where is the option of that create parameter, ma'am?
Which version of Revit are you using?
2020, ma'am.
2020, no? Then you
Yes.
will see it over here only. 1 second. If you create the dimension, like
Yes, ma'am.
this, then you have to click on the dimension first.
Okay.
And then you will get it. Label
Okay, ma'am.
dimension. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. What about others? Everybody could do this?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
After clicking on the align measurement, how do we
Huh?
do it, ma'am? Can you please
After clicking on this align dimension, click on this, bring your cursor on any of the sides of the rectangle. Then once it gets highlighted by blue, click on it to select. Okay. Then again, bring your cursor on another side of the rectangle. Then again, click. And then drag and click.
Thank you.
And double escape out of it.
Okay.
Done, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, after doing this, what you have to do is you will click on this one, family type. Okay, आपको इस family type पे click करना है under properties. So properties on your left side you can see properties. Under this you have family types. Okay, under properties family types है इस पे you have to click. All right. Now, after clicking on family types, you will see that under dimensions you have B and L. ये जो दो parameters बने थे B and L, these two parameters are there under dimensions B and L. And B, the value is given 31,000. L, the value is given as 36,000. So from here I can actually change it. Let's say if I put it 40,000 and apply, automatically the rectangle will move. Automatically the side of rectangle will move. Now if I make L as 30,000 and apply, automatically it shifted. And then OK. Try this, everybody. Go to your family types. Under properties, you have family types, dimensions, BL, 40,000, 30,000. Apply.
Done, ma'am.
Done, it's happening. Is it changing when you're changing the value?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now,
Ma'am?
yeah,
Ma'am, it didn't change for me.
then you haven't created the parameter properly. You
No,
have,
ma'am. Ma'am, it's created.
no.
Changed.
Did you click on apply?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it showing over here like properly? It's showing, no? Either you have made a very small change and it's not visible in your screen, or you haven't clicked on apply, or your dimension has not been marked properly.
I've done it properly, ma'am. Like, properly edit.
What is happening?
Ma'am, shall I share my screen, ma'am?
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, Kirtana, you can share now.
Yes, ma'am. Here I've given 30,000 and 40,000.
Where have you made the parameter? It doesn't like, remember in my screen, the dimension was showing B is equal to whatever measurement was there.
Okay.
Close this dialog box. Click on the dimension. It has not been created as a parameter. See, nothing is visible. Go and click on the dimension and create parameter.
Here, ma'am.
No, not the lock. The create parameter option under label dimension. No. Kirtana, wait, look at my screen again. Stop sharing. I'll show it to you again. You have missed out a very important point.
Yes, ma'am.
1 second. See. Can you see this? L is equal to 30,000 is coming. B is equal to 30,000 is coming. So after you have labeled your dimension, it should come over here that you have already labeled it and it will give you the information. For yours, you have not labeled it only. So what you have to do, click on the dimension the sides which you want to label, then double escape, then click on this dimension and go to create parameter. Name it something, and then OK. Then only you will be seeing this name like alphabet next to the dimension. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now you try, you will get it. Okay, so now over here, what is happening? When I go to my family types, I have my B, I have the L. You know what else I can do? I can actually create a formula out of it. So if a lot of times it's there that the length will be equal to 2 times breadth or something like that. So I can actually make B is equal to 2 times L. Okay, I can actually make this formula and I'll do apply. See what is happening? So basically when I will be changing my L, my B also gets changed because I have linked B with L. In the formula, I have made B as 2 times L. Understood? Just like any mathematical formula, we can also apply this formula over here, like let's say 2 times or 2 by L or whatever you want to put, you can put it with respect to the other parameter which is over here.
Ma'am,
Yeah?
I'm getting constraints are not satisfied.
Because you have locked, by mistake, you have locked this dimension.
Okay. Fine, ma'am.
All right, so try doing this, everybody. Try giving formula, and don't do this silly mistake that B you're making 2 into L you're making 3 times B or something like that. Don't do this silly mistake. You have to use your mathematical logic and you have to see how to compute, how to write the formula. So if you're writing B is equal to 2 times L, then L can be nothing else but B by 2. Okay, I won't get into the basic mathematical formula, but then you shouldn't be putting something like L is equal to 3 times B or something like that, and then have an error saying that the constraint not satisfied or whatever, some error you might get. So be careful about the formula which you're putting. Think it through and then put it and then apply. Whatever changes you do, then apply.
After applying, my B is getting changed. Okay. But
Yeah.
not the L. L is like same.
B is getting changed.
Yeah.
But then how is it possible? If your L is getting changed, then only your B will get changed, no? So if,
Okay.
yeah. See,
Change L also, right, for that.
what?
I have to change the L also, right? In case if I have to change L, right?
Yeah, because my B is actually related to L. So if
Yeah.
I'm changing my L, then automatically my B is changing. For
Okay.
B, I don't have to do anything. See, like this.
Yeah, okay.
What? I can't hear you, Devika. I can't hear you, Devika, properly. Your voice is breaking.
Mom, this is Kirtana, ma'am.
Okay, I don't
Again,
know.
I'm getting.
Even from Devika's and some noise is coming. I think she's trying to speak something, but because of network error, she's not able to. I don't know. Yeah, Kirtana, what is happening on your end?
Again, constants are not satisfied, ma'am. That dialog box is coming, ma'am.
Okay. The dialog box is again coming. That means you're not putting, like, you're not measuring the dimensions properly. You're not, like, something is going wrong, or you have like blocked the dimension or something. Somewhere is going.
Dimension isn't locked, ma'am. I checked it, ma'am.
Sorry, dimensions are.
Dimension isn't locked, ma'am.
Okay. Then just do one thing, delete it and then again try to do it, because either you have not marked the dimensions properly, or you're doing some error of, have you put any formula?
No, ma'am. No formula, nothing.
Okay. All right. So just try to do it again. Somewhere it's getting stuck in the dimensioning part only.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can't we decide which side it's supposed to be increased, or like which axis it is supposed to be increased?
Asan, I didn't get you, sorry. Which?
For say your B, okay, for say your B is going out of those axis, right? For example, if I take this side, like toward this axis,
Yeah. So you're saying that my B is getting increased this side. Yeah.
yeah. So it is just gonna do it automatically, right?
Yeah. This part we'll get to know later, like how we can restrict the movement, in which direction can the entire form move. For now, don't like break your head into this. It will be like it can be controlled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, now could you hear me, ma'am? Deepika here.
Yeah, Devika.
Ma'am, what I was telling is, sorry, network issue. What I was telling is, when I changed as like 2 into L when I'm doing with B, L is not changing for me.
L is not, if you have made B is equal to 2 into L, that means you just have to change the value of L, and then automatically B will be changed. You don't have to change the value of B. Understand it. It's a very basic mathematical logic that if you have related a value to some other value, then first you need to change the value with which you have related it to, and then automatically B will also get changed. So try changing L first. Automatically it will be reflected in B.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now this was just for the 2D diagram which we had, the rectangular 2D diagram which we had. Now we will see how do we put parameters when we have given height, like we have created a form out of it. Okay. So I will just delete these dimensions. All right. Now, after deleting these dimensions, I will just click on this rectangle and do create form. So now it's a three-dimensional form for me. So what we'll do now is I'll go to my align dimension tool, and Okay, I'll change the visual style first so that you can see the highlighted surface in a better manner. So I will change the visual style to hidden line. All right. Once I'm done with this, I will bring my cursor on the surface. So one click, then again, when I go here, I'll do another click. And then drag and click again. Okay, so again for this one, for this side, I will do, make sure that your entire surface is highlighted, then only you're clicking. Okay, then only you click and select. Then again, you click. And then this dimension is also created. Now double escape out of it. Now one more thing, you have to make sure, I will make you understand why we are taking the entire surface, not just the edges. Can anybody think of a reason why we are not just selecting the edges but the entire surface to make the parameter? कोई भी मुझे बता सकता है कि ये पूरा अभी जब मैं 3D में मैं ये कर रही हूँ, आई एम टेकिंग द एंटायर सरफेस, मैं इस पूरे सरफेस को लेकर डायमेंशन क्रिएट कर रही हूँ. क्यों? मैं एजेस को बस लेके क्यों कर रही हूँ जैसा हमने पहले किया था 2D में, like we did in 2D, we just took the edges and we took the dimension. But over here, we are taking the entire surface and then we are taking the distance between two surfaces, not two edges. Why is it?
Maybe to avoid the error and just to get a proper surface to surface distance.
Yeah, so basically what will happen, if I do edge to edge, then only the edge will move, right? As in, if I, let's say I select this edge and if I make it parametric and make it move, it will be like this, right? It won't go like the entire surface won't go. Why? Because I didn't make the entire surface move. I didn't make the entire surface, I didn't select the entire surface and created the dimension between the surfaces. So that's why, to avoid this error, we select the surface and again the another surface, and we will actually create the dimension between the two surfaces. Okay, now just try doing this, everybody. Make sure, okay, make sure that you're selecting the surface. Make sure that you go to dimension command. Until and unless your entire surface is not highlighted, don't click. Once the entire surface is highlighted, then only click, drag. Again, the entire surface got highlighted, click, and then drag and click to place it. Also, make sure to turn your visual style into hidden line. आपको अपना visual style hidden line में करना है, and then ये दो surface के बीच में dimension बनाना है.
मैम एक बार फिर रिपीट करेगी डायमेंशन एजेस के.
कौन से में दिक्कत हो रहा है आपको कौशिक?
ये आप एजेस सिलेक्ट किया 3D डायमेंशन, वही लास्ट वाला.
ये जो लास्ट वाला मैंने सरफेस टू सरफेस जो डायमेंशन किया उसमें आपको दिक्कत हो रही है?
हाँ, यस.
ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले आप अपना विजुअल स्टाइल हिडन लाइन कर लीजिए ताकि आपको क्लियरली सरफेस दिखे. ओके, उसके बाद आप डायमेंशन, आप ये अलाइन डायमेंशन टूल यहाँ पर जो है आप इस पे क्लिक करिए. फिर आप जब आपका पूरा सरफेस जब तक ऐसे हाईलाइट नहीं हो ब्लू कलर से, तब तक आप लाइक यू हैव टू फाइंड, आपको देखना है कि ये सरफेस कब हाईलाइट हो रहा है, और जब ये हो जाए तब आपको क्लिक करना है. ठीक है.
ओके.
फिर उसके बाद आप जाएंगे दूसरी तरफ, अपने माउस को ड्रैग करके ले जाएंगे, एंड ये वाले साइड जब तक ये वाला सरफेस पूरा ब्लू से हाईलाइट नहीं हो जाता तब तक आप लाइक यू विल ट्राई टू गो हियर. एक बार हो जाए ब्लू से हाईलाइट तो आप क्लिक करेंगे एंड फिर ऐसे ड्रैग करके क्लिक कर देंगे तो ये डायमेंशन क्रिएट हो जाएगा.
डन
डन.
डन.
व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स?
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So now after you have done this, you will click on, again, what do I have to do if I want to make this dimension parametric?
Create parameters.
Yeah, click on this and go to create parameter. And let's say I will make it. Okay, before this, guys, because in the same file I had already created few parameters, so I will actually go and open the family type. See, although I have deleted the rectangular part, मैंने वो rectangle जो मैंने बनाया था वो मैंने delete कर दिया है, but फिर भी ये parameters अभी हैं, ये dimension, so these are already there. So how do I delete them? मैं इन्हें delete कैसे करूँगी? I will select this and do delete parameter. Okay. Again, select them and do delete parameter. Okay. Apply. Always make sure that after making changes you do apply. And then okay.
Ma'am, so for say if I have not changed, I have not deleted the same rectangle. The dimensions are same, the parameters are same. So if I make any changes in say any side of the dimension, so the other side will also change, right?
No, as in see, if you have not deleted, you are saying you have not deleted the rectangle also, and you have just created a form out of it.
Extruded the form, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now what will happen? The same thing, what I mentioned, no, that only the edge will move like this, because that parameter was created between the edges, not the surfaces. So only the edge will keep moving. Okay. So now,
yes,
so the previous ones you clear it off, like whatever that parameter. Otherwise, it won't let you use the same alphabet again. That's the only thing, that it won't let you use the same alphabet again. So, basically, आप same alphabet अगर use नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, so it will be useless. It would be like unnecessary confusion. So now, click on this and do create parameter, and let's say I may name this as L. And okay. Okay, L is equal to 40,000. And then I'll click on this and again B. Okay. Now, after I have created this, I will go to my family. One second. I will go to my family types. And over here I have again B and N parameters. But this time these are the new ones, what I created. Let's say I make it 50,000. Apply. The distance between the two surfaces changed as 50,000. Let's say I make it 25,000. Apply. It got changed. L, I make it 50,000. Apply. Okay. So this is how you keep changing the parameters. Try everybody. Everybody try doing this. Go to your family type and then change. After making the parameter, basically after creating the dimension between the surfaces, two surfaces, you have to make the dimension as a parameter and then change it over here.
Done, ma'am.
What about others?
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now, what I want all of you to do is this you could do, like, changing the basically creating the dimension and creating the parameter between two surfaces like this you could do. Now, I want all of you to try giving a height to this cuboid. Are you able to do it? Go to your align dimension tool and try selecting the top surface. Are you able to do it? Anybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Top surface for the dimension, for the align dimension. The entire top surface.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, you won't
Ma'am,
be
while
able to do it.
creating a parameter, I'm getting there is a circular change of references among the highlighted
Yeah.
elements.
Yes. Why the circular change of references? Why does this error come? Because either you have the same error which I mentioned earlier. No, if you have named H as 12 and then you name L as 3H or something like that, then that's an error in the formula.
Okay.
So there is an error in your formula. That's a mathematical error in your formula.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Now, are you able to?
No, not able to select the top surface.
Not able to select the top surface, right? Now, what I want all of you to do is turn on your show option.
Ma'am, I am able to select it, ma'am.
It's not possible that will be okay, just see that. I think what I'm telling you to do, you might have already done it. That's why you're able to select it. It won't be possible.
Okay.
Okay. Turn on your show work plane command. It must be on the horizontal work plane, right? The horizontal work plane must be highlighted.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So now, why were we able to select all these surfaces which were attached to the work plane? Because they were actually all these surfaces were attached to the work plane, but this one is not. So to select this surface, the top surface, what do I need to do? I need to set the vertical work plane. Like I will select this surface and create it as a work plane. Now vertical work plane is here. Now go and try to select the dimension. Now try to dimension the top and the bottom surface. See.
Yes, ma'am.
Now are you able to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now you will able to do it. Now you can again go, click on this, do create parameter, name it as some parameter, let's say H, and do OK. Now if you go to your family type and try to change H, apply, OK, it will be changing. The entire height will be changing. Okay, did everybody understand why we have to make the vertical plane as the work plane, and then only we were able to select the surfaces, the top and the bottom surface?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about Vraj, Pragnesh, Kaushik? आप लोगों को समझ आ रहा है? Are you guys able to understand? Only
Yes, ma'am.
doubt?
Yes, ma'am. No doubt.
Okay. All right. All right. So now after we have created the dimensions and we have made the height also parametric for a cuboid. Now see, you can actually go here under family types and you can give the formula between all these three parameters. Whatever you want to give, you can give the formula between these parameters and then apply OK. So this is how you convert your basically your dimension into parameters. All right. Now another thing, we will learn about something else. I will delete this. Go to your floor plan. Okay, now this reference plane is already created. This reference plane is already created. I will create another reference plane over here. Okay, now once I have created a reference plane over here, let's say I create one more on this side, double escape. Okay, so now what I'll be doing is I will be creating the dimension between these two reference lines. So click, drag and click. Double escape. Now what you're doing, you are actually creating the dimension between these two reference lines. Now you have to do create parameter. Again, let's say I'm using A. Okay. Now what will happen if I'll go to my family type and A parameter, if whenever I'll be changing, apply, it will start moving. Okay. So now I want all of you to create the reference line. And after you have created the reference line, I want all of you to go to rectangle, create a rectangle over here. All right, then double escape. Then see, like pay attention what I'm trying to do over here. Click on this align tool. There is this align tool over here. Click on this. Under modify, you will have this align tool. Click on your, this is basically the align tool is to align something to like whatever, like if there is a surface or a line to which you want to align some other element, you can easily align. So when you're using align tool, first you click on the surface to which you want to align the other surface or other line. So first I click on this reference plane and then I click on this line and lock it. Again, click here, click on the reference line. Sorry, click on the reference line and then click on the edge of the rectangle and lock it. Then again, here, lock it. Here, lock it. And then double escape.
Ma'am, can you just repeat this again after creating the planes?
See, okay, 1 second, I'll just show it to you again. Let's say I have just created 2 more reference planes in my flow plan. Okay. Wait, I'll just do it again. I'll go to reference plane and I will just create one horizontal and one in this direction. Okay, and then double escape. Now, just create a 2D rectangle over here, like this. Then double escape. Okay, now what you have to do is, there is this align tool. Okay, align tool. Click on align tool. Click on the element to which you want to align the other element. So I want this side of the rectangle to be aligned to this reference plane. So first I will click on the reference plane, then on the side of the rectangle and lock it. Don't forget to lock it. Again, you will click on the reference line, then side of the rectangle and lock it. Click on the reference line, side of the rectangle, lock it. Click on the reference line, side of the rectangle, lock it. Then double escape.
Okay.
And after you have locked your sides to the reference plane, and now if I go and create the dimension between the reference planes, okay, when I create the dimension between the reference plane and I select this dimension and do create parameter, let's say A1, okay. Now I will change it after going here. If I keep changing it, see, my entire rectangle moved. Okay, my entire rectangle moved. So here what did I do? I didn't make the parameter between the sides of the rectangle. I have just aligned and locked my sides of the rectangle to the reference plane. So now the reference plane is moving and whatever is attached to the reference plane, even that is moving.
Ma'am, I'm not able to draw the rectangle. It says can't draw because work plane is at very sharp angle in this view. What does it?
Because are you in your floor plan?
Yeah, I'm in the top plan. Yes.
And is your work plane selected as the horizontal one? I think you have selected, like by default, it's the vertical work plane selected, no? Make sure that you have set the horizontal work plane.
Okay.
Whenever you get this error, you know, that it's like at a very sharp angle or something like that, that means your work plane is basically like either you're in a view in which it's very difficult to draw on the work plane. So you have to check your view or the work plane which is selected. Then only you will get it right.
Okay, it's done, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, when I go to family types and change the dimension of A1, it says the constraints are locked.
What the constraints are locked? That means, okay, that means you have either locked those small locks which are there, no, for the dimensions also. If you lock them, those are the constraints. Those locks are the constraints. So if you lock the dimension, then you're not allowing it to change. Like you're locking the dimension only. Did you?
I mean, saying that constraints are not satisfied. What that?
Okay, the constraint, yeah, the constraints are not satisfied. That means you have either locked your dimension and now like you're basically you're not following the constraint and you're not satisfying the constraint. Are you getting my point? So what, like, did you do the exact same thing? I'm sure you might have, you know, by mistake you have clicked on the lock or something and that's why it's not moving properly. It happens. Like you just have to be careful while you're doing it.
Ma'am, don't we have to lock the rectangle while we are aligning it?
You have to log the rectangle to the plane, like to the reference plane, not the dimension. You don't have to log the dimension.
Let me check it.
Yeah, just check it.
This is working, ma'am.
It's working? Okay. Now, can anybody think of a benefit, like why do we create parameter between the reference plane instead of the let's say any sides of the elements? Like, is there any major benefit which we'll be having?
Ma'am, could you please repeat the procedure from the beginning?
From the beginning, you want me to repeat, is it? From like which part? Do you want me to create the reference planes again?
Drawing the rectangle.
I'll just make another one over here, and you have to follow the same process for the four sides of the rectangle. So let's say you create a rectangle like this, double escape. Then there is this align tool. Click on the align tool, then click on the side of the rectangle and lock it. So the same thing you have to do for all the four sides of the rectangle.
Yeah.
So yeah, can anybody tell me any major benefit which we can have by uh, uh, having the parameter between the basically between the reference plane instead of like the sides of the elements?
Ma'am, if the surface is slanting, then it has a benefit.
As in, if the surface is slanting, then how come you're saying that because then we don't have a plane to measure or something like that?
So the reference plane will automatically move, no?
Huh? Yeah.
Even if the surface is slanting.
Yeah, that okay, fine. But what, like, can you think of any other like major benefit which we'll be having?
When we have a complex surfaces.
No, it's not about complex surface, guys. Think it in a way that why are we aligning the sides of the rectangle to this one reference plane?
And better for sections.
No, think it's very simple. It's a very
मैम हम सारी सरफेस पे एडिट कर सकें, मतलब वर्क प्लेन है तो उसके ऊपर वर्क कर
सकते हैं हम लोग। एक साथ ही सारे सर्फेसेस को वी कैन लाइक मूव डायमेंशन चेंज करके, आप ये कह रहे हैं?
नहीं मैम, हम उस पे एडिट कर सकते हैं, मतलब 2D में और 3D में वर्क प्लेन होगा तो हमें ऐसा नहीं कि जैसे कि 2D वर्क प्लेन है तो लेवल 1 और कोई वर्क दूसरा लेवल 2 में भी जाके उसको एडिट कर सकते हैं।
नहीं राज, वो आप एनीवे कर सकते हैं, वो लाइक एनीवे कर सकते हैं, बट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, ओके राज, आई थिंक यू विल हैव टू म्यूट योरसेल्फ, आपको म्यूट करना पड़ेगा, कुछ आवाजें, हाँ उधर से आवाजें आ रही हैं। सो बेसिकली क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पर, आप अगर ध्यान देंगे, हमने जो लॉक करा, हमने जो साइड्स ऑफ लाइक व्हाई वी हैव लॉक्ड द साइड्स ऑफ द रेक्टेंगल टू द work plane, I mean to the reference plane, because I'll show it to you. Now you will understand by this, one second, by this command. See what happened just now. I just changed the distance between these two work planes, but this rectangle also got edited and this one also got shifted. So what happens when we align elements to one work plane, or if we lock it to one work plane and then make the work plane, make the reference plane move, then basically whatever elements are attached to that work plane, all those elements will keep moving. Otherwise, what we were doing initially, we were doing like individual elements, we were going and giving dimension between the edges of that element. Here we are just aligning everything. Let's say we are aligning everything to this work plane, and then we are expecting that when we change it, all these things will get changed.
Ma'am, but in my case, even after locking it, the box is going out of the plane.
The box is going out of the plane.
Yeah, out of those excess line.
It's not possible. You must have locked. If you're locked it to the reference plane, then it wouldn't be moving. And because how come, like why I'm saying it's not possible? Because first of all, you have locked the edge of the rectangle to the reference plane, and then secondly, you're changing the dimension between the reference planes only. So reference planes are only moving. Then how is it possible that the edge which is aligned to which is locked to the reference plane, they will move out of the reference plane? That is not possible.
No, I'm going to family type and then I'm changing the parameter.
Are you changing the correct parameter? Because I think since we have created many parameters by now, so
I deleted those. And okay, and ma'am, how could we know that those all the sites are locked or unlocked?
see, when you click, you will get. You can see it's tiny locks. Unlock, you can just click on this and it will get.
No. Where do you click? On the box you click?
No, I clicked over here on the reference plane.
Okay. So my one side is not locked. So now what we can do is
just lock it. Click on the lock icon.
Okay.
Ma'am? Ma'am, I'm getting this constraints are not satisfied dialog box again and again, ma'am.
That means what is happening now, Kirtana, the locks are basically you're locking either dimensions or unnecessary items you're locking, and that's why Revit is saying that on one side you're locking the dimension also, on the other side you're asking us to move and change the dimension also. So basically there's a conflict between two constraints. So you
Hello,
won't realize, right? Yeah?
And where is the lock button? My one side is not locked.
Can you see these lock icons if you click on any of the work planes?
Yes, ma'am.
Just click on the lock icon. You will be able to lock it.
And when I click on one of the planes, it is not showing the lock icon.
Click on this one.
Same here.
See, if I click on this one, I can't see. I can see only one. When I click on this one, then I can see rest of them. So you actually have to keep clicking to see whether which work plane is going to show you all the locks. Just delete the entire thing and lock it again. No, then you will get a clarity where you're going wrong.
Ma'am, is the pin icon and the lock icon same?
No, pin icon is basically, have you pinned? Oh, you must have pinned the object. Have you pinned the object?
Yes, ma'am.
Pinning is basically you have restricted the movement of any object. So if let's say there is this pin icon, okay? I have pinned this. And then if I want to move it, let's see if it moves or not. Okay, this one got moved because it was attached to this work plane, but yeah, see, if it is pinned and then let's say I'm trying to move it, I won't be able to move it also. Why? Because pinning means you have pinned that object to the whatever position it has, you have pinned it to that. So here I was actually moving this entire work plane. That's why it kind of moved in this direction, but otherwise it wouldn't have moved. So you have to check whether your object element, whatever element is there, it's pinned or not. You just have to unpin it. How do you unpin? Just click on this and it will be unpinned. But do not unpin these things. Like, don't unpin your work plane. The two work planes which are there, these are pinned by default, which were there. No, these are pinned. That's why when I'm giving the change over here, when I'm making this A value change, A1 value, it is moving in this direction because this axis, this plane is pinned. This one can't move. That's why only this plane is moving. So that is the main purpose of pinning any plane or any object, that if you don't want that thing to move from the position, then you pin it. So pin is going to be a very helpful command. In later stages, you will see that if you don't want any object to be moved or anything, then you pin it.
Okay.
Ma'am, how do we get the pin option, ma'am?
Click on any of the objects and over
Yes.
here.
Okay.
And remember, under modify, you will see all these things like align, move, mirror, split, all these things are there.
Okay, ma'am.
Actually see all these things in this one under modify.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have logged all the sides of the rectangle to the plane, but still the vertical axis line is not locked. And when I change the dimension of the rectangle, it goes outside the vertical axis.
Yeah, because it's not locked to that particular plane, no? That's why it's going out. It should
No, ma'am, even after locking and even after redoing all procedure, it's still out. And when we click on the that is it with me. When I click on the any four things, I can see 3 locks, not the 4th one.
That means the 4th one is not locked. So okay, let me just show it again. Like, somehow you must be missing it out. It's okay, don't worry. See. Huh?
It's okay, ma'am. You explain this, ma'am, after
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Just follow it up, okay? Go to your reference plane. First, you have created your planes, whatever planes you wanted. You have created the planes. Double escape out of it. Then click on the rectangle command. Make a rectangle. Double escape. And align. Click on align tool. You will align, click on the reference plane first and then on the side. Immediately you have to lock it. Reference plane, side, immediately lock it. Reference plane, then side, lock it. Reference plane and side, lock it. After doing this, double escape, click on this align dimension between these two reference planes. Click on it. Don't lock this one. Double escape. Click on the dimension again. Create parameter. Okay. Go to your family type. Apply. Okay, it's working. Try this.
Okay, ma'am, done.
Done. What about there is another person also having some trouble?
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
Okay. So now once you're done with this, you have basically now understood the concept. But this one we were doing with the 2D, two-dimensional rectangle. What if I want to do the same thing with a cuboid? How do I do it? So for that, let me just delete this entire thing. Go to your family type first and let's say clear all these parameters. All right, now go and create. Now double escape. Now go to your 3D. Your one plane is there, 2, 3, 4. All these 4 planes are there. Make a make another rectangle like this, double escape in your 3D, click on this and create a form out of it. Alright, now here what you have to do is, you have to click on the align tool, click exact same thing what we did for the sides of the rectangle. Click on the plane, click on the surface, lock. Click on the plane, click on the surface, lock. Click on the plane, click on the surface, lock. Click on the plane, click on the surface, lock. It's already locked, this one is locked, this one is also locked, and this one is also locked. And then double escape.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
Can you please repeat this thing, ma'am? Yes, step.
See, what you're doing, you have created the rectangle in 3D. Now what you need to do is, click on align tool, click on the plane, then click on the entire surface.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. From the first, actually, we need to
From the
create.
start. Okay. See, this much you know that we have created extra planes.
This thing only I need to know, ma'am.
Planes, you know now how we created the planes.
Planes I know. In the floor plan only we need to create, or in the 3D view?
See, it's better that like in floor plan you go and just draw the rectangle. That's it. And then in 3D you go and then click on the rectangle and do create form. That's all.
Okay, here there is two reference lines, no, ma'am. Top and then bottom.
Where are two reference lines? I have only one, no? I mean, you're talking about these.
Yeah.
It's okay. It means the same, no? That it's placed over here. It's just being like the icon is shown on this portion, but that doesn't mean anything.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yes. No. And then just go to align. Click on the plane. Then click on the surface and lock it. Click on the plane. Click on the surface and lock it.
Ma'am?
Yeah?
Ma'am, my problem isn't solved, ma'am. The constraints are not satisfied. It's coming.
Okay. Keetana, can you do one thing? Can you share with me your images and all on WhatsApp?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I'll send it.
I'll do one thing. I think in my the number which is there on the group now, I'm having some trouble with this other phone. I'm not able to send the messages. I'll ping, just message me on that number and then I might ping you from another number because I'm not able to use this number.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's all for today. Tomorrow we will learn how to work with this. Like now we have learned how to align and lock the surface of a 3D cuboid to the plane. Now tomorrow we will see how the surface will also be moving, and then how when we attach any other 3D element to the surface, and then if we make it move, both the objects will be moving. Okay. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow. Is there anybody having any trouble other than Keetan? Is there anybody whose doubt is not solved? किसी को भी कोई भी दिक्कत हो रही है?
No,
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I don't have a doubt regarding today's class, but I wanted to know that what is the procedure to download the Revit family, ma'am?
Procedure to download the Revit family, as in any other family which you want to download.
Yes, ma'am. Yesterday's class, ma'am, I couldn't work on it because I didn't have that particular family.
Just look for it online. You'll definitely get it.
Okay, ma'am. Or ma'am, shall I uninstall Revit and download it again
No, it's
using?
not about the Revit software. It's about the library, which anyway you will keep adding on by downloading from online source.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay? All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Fine.
Ma'am, what's your last numbers, ma'am?
My last numbers, 1 second. Even I don't remember, 1 second. Um, 1341.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right, guys. I'll end the class now. And if you guys have any doubt, then just let me know. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.